And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for tonight's episode of DC's Stargirl Season 1, Episode 10. And I gotta say right away, if you haven't seen this episode and you're not caught up, you have to catch up like now. This show has gone completely bonkers in a good way, and it just gets better and better and better. Now, if you don't have the DC app itself to watch it on Mondays, and then you can also watch it on Tuesdays, so which is today. I have the app. I seen this episode yesterday, or yeah, basically yesterday, so I know what happened. I watched it again to get some more clues about this episode. Man, was this episode great! First of all, so we all know that Brainwave's son Henry has been starting to develop his powers, and he's still kind of confused on what exactly he's supposed to do. Is he supposed to, like, how he's supposed to use these powers, what he's supposed to do with it. He finds out that his dad has been experimenting with his powers for decades. He finds out about what actually happens to his mother, and he finds out a big reveal that kind of shocked me in a way, because like I said, I know about Stargirl in the comics. I didn't know about it. I don't know a lot of it, so I don't know how legitimate this is from the comics, but this is pretty dang cool. And I didn't even expect this when I heard this, so spoiler again if you haven't caught up. So Henry finds out that his mother is the sister of Starman. Now apparently we all know Starman is Stargirl's father, so that makes Courtney and Henry cousins, which makes Brainwave Courtney's, I guess, uncle by marriage, I believe. So, like, wow, mind blown. And then of course the top of all that's not even the tip of the iceberg. We got to see Courtney's mother freak out about her finding out about the power staff, or the cosmic staff, and about how Pat's been lying to her, how she finding out that her husband was a superhero, and now Courtney's behind all this, and she just basically loses it like a mother would do, like a normal mother would do when she finds out her kid's got superpowers or whatever. First thing she says, go to her room. She wants the guy out of the house, so her and Pat have a huge ass fight, and Pat has to leave. He goes to the garage to have Courtney's mom, I guess, cool off. She's very confused. She has no idea what's going on. She tells Courtney to go to her room. The next day, she tells Courtney to pack up because she wants to leave Blue Valley. But unfortunately, Courtney has to tell the team, hey, listen, we got to get the cosmic staff back. The staff basically decides to go jet off by itself to go fight Icicle, and gets captured, if you want to call it that. Yeah, a staff got caught. So there's that. Brainwave wakes up, so that was pretty interesting. And then, of course, near the end of the episode, we get one of the coolest fight scenes I don't think I've ever seen, that has to do with a superhero team going to a bad guy's lair. Normally when a bad guy has a super lair and a team or whatever, and they have a lair, volcano lair or whatever it is, underground, whatever. And when the bad guys have their lairs all decked out, it's all creepy looking, but when the good guys go in there, sometimes the good guys can destroy the lair and be victorious and end the bad guys right there. And then there's other times they always get beaten. However, didn't happen here. Courtney and her team with Henry literally go into the lair underneath Cindy's house. Literally, they go there, and then they start fighting the Dragon King and his minions and all that stuff, and it goes beyond crazy. You see Cindy in the background in the jail cell yelling, "Oh, let me out! I want to kill her! Let me." That stuff was hilarious. The fight choreography in this was great. We got to see that because they were also trying to not only stop the Injustice team, they were also trying to get Henry's father out of there as well, because they were trying to fix his brain and use his powers to develop, with the machine that they're developing. So we got to see all that. That was interesting. And then of course we also got to see Courtney's mother emailing somebody that no idea who it is. A lot of people think it could be Courtney's real dad or other father or whoever, because the email person responded back to her with the message, and if you look at it closely, it says, "Courtney's your daughter." So, and then there's a question mark there. So, does that mean Starman's alive? Who knows? We have to wait to see what happens next week. But it seems that maybe he is alive. Maybe her father wasn't Starman after all. Who knows? But man, this episode was great, and of course the ending of this episode was Henry basically sacrificing himself to save the team. He wants to apologize not only to Wildcat for what he did to her. He wants to apologize to everybody because he's a jock. Everybody thinks he's excuse me. Everybody thinks the jocks are supposed to be the big bullies and campers and all that, or in high school or whatever. And he kind of redeemed himself a little bit. He had no idea what his father was up to. He finds out that his father let Icicle kill his mother, but then he finds out later on in the episode that his father was the one who killed his own mother. So what's the truth there? Who knows? But either way, one of them killed Henry's mother. So there's that. So like I said, the episode itself was very good. Action scenes was great. Seeing Henry supposedly die, that was powerful. I don't believe he's dead. I think he's alive. I think he was crushed. We did see him get crushed, but we don't see the body. It was all buried underneath like rubble and stuff. So I assume he's alive. I guess because he's a psychic. Maybe his psychic powers created a shield or something and wrapped around him. Who knows? But we have to wait to see what happens next week. But that episode was pretty nuts, and if you haven't caught up to it, you have to watch it. It just gets better and better. I just like these characters and how they get developed from each episode. That focuses on one or two characters and really focuses on them and who they are as characters, and completely works. And I think it's great. I really think it's great. I really like it a lot. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode, and what do you think is going to happen next. Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good night.